Hey travel creators, today we're diving into a question that if you've been trying to grow on the internet, this has for sure crossed your mind before, and you might even second guess yourself about it. And that question we're talking about is, what channel should I actually be on? Where should I actually be sharing my content? All right, let's get into it. Before you can clearly answer this question, you need to understand your goals. All of these different platforms, I mean, the main goal of them really is to entertain, create community, but your goals are much more specific than that. So why are we even doing this at all? Why are we even waking up every day, bending over backwards, literally, to create content? By the way, if you work with me, you don't have to do that, okay? You don't. But what are you doing it for? What's this light at the end of the tunnel that you see? So go ahead and pause me, go brainstorm, write this down if you're driving, just think about it, and then unpause me. Okay, welcome back, all the rule followers. If you're not a rule follower, consider yourself caught in 4K. I see you. Okay, did you learn anything that surprised you? Maybe? Are you having now maybe a little creator crisis? If you are, I have coaching available. If you need to schedule a session with me, we can do that. But let's start with Instagram. So it seems kind of obvious that as a travel creator, you should be on Instagram, right? That seems like a natural thing to do. But if your goals are to build a strong brand, grow a local following, or just a community-based following, work with brands, grow an even bigger audience, Instagram is going to be your place. Here is what you need to know about what's going on in Instagram right now. So obviously, Reels are working to grow your account. I know you know that. They're great for reach and engagement, which are also tools to help you grow. I also encourage you to recognize what metrics are the most important for you. So what really matters? Do you care about likes? I kind of hate to break it to you, but likes don't matter as much as other engagement measures such as comments, saves, etc. A number of likes doesn't get a lot of people a lot of money, but a lot of saves, shares do. When you are choosing a platform to share content on, I want you to consider what metric is actually going to help you achieve your goals. So go head over to my Instagram at Travel Content Writing and DM me metrics or analytics if you want an episode dedicated to understanding metrics for travel creators and what the heck you should be paying attention to, what actually matters. If you haven't noticed about Instagram, there is becoming a lot of unpolished content these days, and I think it's a little bit of a rebellion because Instagram likes to say one thing and then do another. Okay, let's play a little game. Also DM me the answer on Instagram. Okay, you have to date, marry, or kill a platform. Who's it going to be? I think I'm going to marry YouTube because it's been there forever. It's had your back forever, okay? Sometimes accounts go wonky there, but it's got your back. Instagram, I'd kill it, honestly. It's so wishy-washy. It can't even make up its mind. It's no, we can't go on. We can't go on. Who would I date? You know what? I feel like TikTok could be a good time. It's little ooh, is it going to go away? Ooh, is it going to, this is so ridiculous. How long is it going to stay around for, And then Pinterest is your best friend, you call Pinterest and it's always freaking there. Nothing ever changes. It's so consistent. Maybe we should all marry Pinterest. I take it back. I don't know. Please let me know. I am dying to know. But anyway, as I was saying, I think there has become much more unpolished content on Instagram these days. And I think that it's kind of because Instagram doesn't know what the fuck it wants itself. And so it's hard to please. We're just exhausted of trying to please it. So we're you know what? I'm just going to show my real human self. And guess what? It works. So there is still a lot of beautiful created content on Instagram. Do not get me wrong. But there is starting to be more and more content that is a little bit raw. And you'll even see brands doing this, big brands. So what is the moral of that? Why? The answer is authenticity. So be your freaking self, please. Your followers, I swear to God, they'll notice if you don't. We know this. When you see an ad and it's maybe UGC. I don't do UGC myself. I have a fantastic episode with Maddie where she spills all the beans. But You know when you like see a UGC ad and you're like, that was hot trash. Shit, that was bad. And I know that person doesn't mean it. Like, you know when you know. And you can tell when somebody is not being authentic. Okay. And they're just in it for the buck. So please, man, if you want to actually grow a community, and as we have learned, I have another episode on community, by the way. Your community is there for you. It should be your number one. Okay. Another thing to know about Instagram right now is that going out of your way, it's not even that far out of your way, okay, to engage with people on your Instagram account freaking works to grow. I mean, go to the people you follow and the people who are in your target audience, go find them, comment on their posts, engage with their stories, leave thoughtful comments, and they'll be like, oh, who's this person? Who is this person that just commented on my post? Let me go check out what they do. Oh my God. They help travel creators. Well, shit, it kind of looks like I'm one of them. Cool. She has resources that could help me. Bam. Wow. Just got yourself a newsletter subscriber. So it is really that simple. It just takes time. These are things you can outsource as well. Okay, you can get somebody to get into your little IG and teach them how to do engagement there. Also, let me know if you want an episode on engagement. Maybe we'll do that. So collaboration, similarly, is another great way to grow. I've said it before, say it again. The more you tag another person on your Instagram, the more they will respond, because our little human brains are hardwired to love ourselves, despite how we feel today, and reshare with our own communities the stuff we're actually tagged in. Okay, moving on to TikTok now. So depending on who is in your target audience, TikTok overall, the people who use it are young. They're younger. So if your goal is to reach an overall younger audience, TikTok's your place. Of course, content that feels more personal does better on TikTok. You can't necessarily always share the same reel on Instagram as you can on TikTok and expect the same results. So I'm talking the nasty, the 30. I don't mean that. The 30 plus hours of travel that aren't super polished or beautiful, that is the stuff that takes center stage on TikTok. You know what I mean when you see it. If you also haven't noticed, the TikTok shop is blowing up. I am currently doing research on what the hell this means for everybody else, but I encourage you to learn about it too. Now, let's touch on YouTube, who I said I would marry. Okay. So YouTube equals loyalty in my mind. See? Okay, I'm literally looking at my notes from what I wrote earlier, and then I came back later to record this episode, and did I not, yes, said the same thing. Okay. I feel like I pledge my allegiance. Like, it's different. The allegiance I pledge is different to the creators I subscribe to on YouTube than I do some other platforms. How do you guys feel about that? Does that feel samies? I think that's because YouTube is longer form video. What happens in longer form video? We get a longer look into the lives of these people who are creating it. It feels super personal. I get to see people sometimes when they it's like the first moment of their day, bam, or it's like the last moment of their day, or them like brushing their teeth. Like, that's super personal. And that's what we can aim to achieve in our content everywhere as well. So you should pop your content onto YouTube or create long form videos if you want to build a loyal, long-standing community, which of course we all do. But again, I'll get there in 1 second. I have a caveat. YouTube is also great if monetizing is a goal, which hello, it is. Also, if you know stuff about SEO, YouTube is fantastic, because if you don't know, YouTube is a search engine. It's directly tied to Google. So the more you know about SEO in your niche, you can use that to your advantage on YouTube. And before you think about stepping into a new social platform, I want you to start with just one. So, and this was a little caveat I was going to say about YouTube, consider what feels most natural to you. So if you want to be in front of the camera, hop on the short form train or on the long form YouTube train. If you want to share about yourself, but not on camera, maybe consider a podcast or static post, or maybe even a newsletter. Speaking of newsletters, I believe every single travel creator, no matter what platform they primarily share content on, should have a newsletter. Because if you're sharing content somewhere else, it is so easy to repackage that into newsletter content, okay? We just mentioned all these social platforms, but when we share our content on those platforms, we are borrowing that tech giant's tech and space. And we don't own that, and we never can, because it is free. As long as you sign up to a platform and it is free, it is never really free. It is taking your information. That's a whole nother thing. Well, maybe we'll talk about that someday. But we never own this space we're posting our stuff on. And it can be taken away forever without much of a warning at all. But If we have a newsletter, nobody can take that away from you because you have a direct contact. You have a direct contact information of your target audience. So if something were to happen to your account on any of these platforms, you have a freaking backup plan and you can already freaking reach your audience and literally sell things to them or make more money or work with brands. In case you don't know, newsletter creation is something I help creators with weekly. It is my absolute favorite thing to do, okay, besides talk to you through this microphone. I swear. I even have a free newsletter template in the show notes. If you want to get started and you're like feeling intimidated by newsletters, don't worry. I literally have a template. You'll be able to do it in an afternoon. I also have a podcast episode about it. But if you have been putting off creating a newsletter forever and you're like, God, I know I need to do it. Like Laura says I should do it. I know I need to do it, but I just like can't because it doesn't feel that important. I don't even know what I'm doing. I get it. I freaking get it. Send me a message. So you can DM me on Instagram at Travel Content Writing, or you can email me. That's fun too. Laura@travelcontentwriting.com. By the way, I love getting DMs with you on feedback from my podcast. It is so much fun. But DM me if you have questions on newsletter creation, okay? Because I can make this happen for you so fast. But also, let me know where you're listening from. Where in the world are you? Are you going on any fun trip soon? I want to freaking know about it. I love hearing from you. And I hope this was helpful to help you hone in on understanding and realizing what channel should I actually be on, because there are so goddamn many. And no, you don't have to be on the next new shiny platform that comes out. No, don't download the app because we don't even know how it will perform. Let's let all the other people get on there and figure out how it works and then have them tell us how it works, and then we do that and apply it to our niche. So I don't fuck around with new social media platforms unless it's clear they're here to stay and the data tells us we should care. Okay. If you have questions about what type of social media platform you should be sharing your content on as a travel creator and how to repurpose your content from one platform to another, that is not copy and pasting, okay? It's not. Content repurposing is a social media strategy. You know where to find me. Okay. Happy creating, friends. I'll see you next week.